Hello friends, welcome to this video of coordinate geometry. Let us start this session with a story. In a field, many plants were planted, of which there was only one plant which had white roses on it. Rahul's mother asked him to get the same plant with white flowers. She added that it is kept in the northeast direction of the garden. But when Rahul went to the garden, there were no flowers in any of the plants, which could help Rahul to identify the plant with white-colored flowers. Now tell me, would Rahul have found the plant based on the information given by his mother? Friends, the information given is not sufficient. It will only tell on which side the plant is located on the garden, but the exact position of the plant will not be known.
If he would have gotten the information
that the plant is in the second row, 7th position from the left, then how easy it would have been for Rahul to find the plant. Friends, we can explain this situation this way, that to know the position of a point in a plane, we need to have two pieces of information, or say two directions.
This simple idea is being used extensively in mathematics,
which is identified by the name of coordinate geometry. The origin of coordinate geometry was done by the great French mathematician René Descartes. That is why it is also called the Cartesian System. In this session, we'll discuss about the Cartesian System in detail. As we have seen, two directions are required to understand the position of a point in a plane. In the Cartesian system, two number lines are perpendicular to each other. The horizontal line is called x-axis and it is named
as xx dash.
Similarly, the vertical line is called y-axis and it is known as
yy dash.
X-coordinate is also called abscissa and the y-coordinate is also called ordinate. The two axes intersect each other at the point 0, which is called the origin. The x-axis to the right of 0 is called the positive x-axis, and the x-axis to the left of 0 is called negative x-axis. Similarly, the upper part of 0 is positive y-axis, and the lower one is negative y-axis. These x and y-axis divide plane into 4 parts. These parts are called quadrants. These are named in the anti-clockwise direction as follows. The first part is called first quadrant. Second part is second quadrant. Third part is third quadrant. And fourth part is called fourth quadrant. And the plane is also called the XY plane.
The point in these planes are represented in this manner,
which is called the coordinate point. The first number in this coordinate point represents the point on the x-axis and the second number represents the point on the y-axis. In the first quadrant, there are positive x and y-axis. So the points of this quadrant are represented in this way. Similarly, the signs of each quadrant depend upon the positive and negative x and y-axis of that quadrant. That is why these axes are called coordinate axes. And the plane in which these axes and quadrants are is called the XY plane. Let's look at an example in which quadrant is the coordinate point -2 and 3 located in the XY plane. Can you tell which quadrant it is? By looking at the signs of these points, minus and plus. This point represents the second quadrant. Friends, that's all in today's session. Today we studied the Cartesian system. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video of coordinate geometry. In the previous video, we studied about the facts related to the Cartesian system. Today we'll solve some questions based on the same. Let's take first question. In which quadrant are the given coordinate points located? In such questions, pay attention only to the signs. We don't have to state the exact position of the points, but only in which quadrant they are. The sign of the first option reflects the third quadrant, minus minus. That is, this point is located in the third quadrant. Similarly, the second and third option will be in the second and fourth quadrants respectively. Can you tell the position of the fourth coordinate point? If we see this point in xy plane, its x coordinate is 5 and y coordinate is 0. This point is not in any quadrant but on the positive side of the x-axis at 5 units. You should remember that if any of the coordinates in the coordinate point is 0, then that point is located on the axis. If the x-coordinate is 0, then the point lies on the y-axis. And if the y-coordinate is 0, then the point lies on the x-axis. So if both x and y coordinates are 0, then on which axis will that point lie? Friends, this is the origin which is at the center of the xy plane. Let us see the next question and answer the questions asked by looking at the graph. Let's take the first sub-question. 1. Write the coordinates of the point A. To write the coordinates, we draw perpendicular lines from the given point to the x and y axis, and points where the lines intersects the x and the y axis will be the x and y coordinates respectively. Drawing perpendicular lines from the point intersects the x-axis at 2 and the y-axis at 5. The coordinates of the point A are 2 and 5. Second sub-question. 2. Find the distance of point B from the y-axis. Just as we got the coordinates for the first sub-question, we will find the coordinates for the second sub-question as well. And they will be 3, 0. You can see that this point is located 3 units away from the origin. That is, the distance of this point from the y-axis will be 3 units. Now the third sub-question. 3. Find the distance of the point P from the x-axis. We will also plot it in the same way, and we can see that it is located 4 units away from the x-axis. Now let's take the fourth sub-question. 4. Find the y-coordinate of the point Q. This is a simple question. If we have to find the y-coordinate, we will draw a line parallel to the x-axis from this point, which will intersect the y-axis at -5. So the y-coordinate of the point Q is -5. Let us now take the last question of this session. 5. Find the distance of the point R from the x and y axis. Solve this question yourself and find the answer. So friends, that's all in this video. In this video, we solved some questions related to the Cartesian system. See you in the next video with some more interesting questions. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video of coordinate geometry.
Today we'll discuss some facts related to the Cartesian system.
So let's look at this question. Find the distance of the point -3, 2 from the y-axis. Friends, we have seen that the distance of any point from the y-axis depends upon the x-coordinate of that point. Here the x-coordinate is -3. So will its distance from the y-axis be -3? Friends, the distance can never be negative. So ignoring the negative sign, we will say that its distance from the y-axis will be 3 units. Friends, which of the given points is the coordinate of the point P? Point P is in the third quadrant. That is, the first option will not be the correct answer. Now the remaining two options. These two options are the coordinates of the third quadrant. If a perpendicular is drawn from a point P to x and y-axis, then it intersects y-axis at -3 and x-axis at -2. And in both of these options, these two are numbers. But friends, when writing coordinates, we first write the x-coordinate and then the y-coordinate. That is, option C, -2, -3 is the correct option. So friends, that's all in this session. Today, we discussed some facts related to the Cartesian system. See you in the next video. Thank you.